In this video, we're going to show you how to install a fuel filter on your Ford Mustang, located just in front of the fuel tank. Now underneath the hood here on the top side of the motor, we have our fuel rail that comes around to the driver's side of the motor. And right here is our fuel pressure valve right here. Now there's a little cap on there. We're going to unscrew this. And what we're going to do is depressurize the fuel line. So when we remove the fuel filter, it won't have pressure to spray fuel. We'll probably lose a little bit just with no pressure at all, but we want to go ahead and take care of this. I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver. You can use a small pick. You want to go inside and push on the little valve. However, make sure you're wearing safety glasses when doing this here. And I like to put a rag over the top here. There we go. And what I'm doing is I'm just pushing, you can feel it spring-loaded. Gently apply some inward pressure. We do have a towel here to catch anything that would have come out, but we're actually pretty low pressure on that right now. Go ahead and install the cap. Once this is on, we're going to go ahead and raise the vehicle and move to the back side where the fuel filter is located. Now right here is where our fuel filter is located. It's right above the rear differential, but right in front of the fuel tank itself. Now we have a hose clamp on here securing the filter to the bracket itself. Yours might have a slightly different design, but we're going to use a 5/16 socket here and loosen this hose clamp. Now on this side here, we have a retaining clip on the hard fuel line. I'm going to use a pick. Go ahead and pull down and then push that a little bit forward. This is almost like a lock, a retainer for the fuel line here. So just kind of let that hang off to the side. Now on both sides here is a high pressure fuel line connector. We can use a special tool to go ahead and release this. When doing this here, you will lose some fuel from this here, so make sure you have a catch can or a bucket, some towels underneath to catch that fuel, and most importantly, please be wearing safety glasses when doing this here. You don't want to get gasoline in your eyes. Here is our fuel clip here, and what this does is it releases the internal lock on the fuel pressure line. That presses inside, and once it releases that lock, we can go ahead and pull the line out of it. There it is, it's released. So I'm going to pull that line out, and there we have some residual gas. I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the other side here. I'm going to press that clip on there. Push that in, and then pull that line out. I'm going to remove our release tool here, and we're going to grab that filter and get that out of the retainer. Now moving the hose clamp off to the end, and then we'll just grab that fuel filter and pop this out. Remove that. Now installing the new fuel filter, there is an arrow directing the fuel flow. So you want the fuel tank line to come into the back side over here, and then this side goes out to the motor. Don't forget to remove the rubber caps on the ends. Otherwise, you're gonna run into a no start issue. And if you struggle, you're probably not gonna be able to get the fuel lines on there either. Let's go ahead and snap this back into the retainer here. Go ahead and slide the hose clamp back on. You're gonna grab that fuel line, and all we're gonna do is slide that up and push it on. You can do the same on the other side. Line that up, push it in, and you can feel them and hear them clip into place. Don't forget to install your retaining clip here. Now the lines are installed, the fuel filter is pushed all the way up this little tab on the end on the driver's side. We're gonna go ahead and tighten down our clamp here. Now what you want to do, you want to try and get into the vehicle, turn the key to the on position a couple times. What's going to happen is the fuel pump is going to prime and fill the fuel filter, pushing fuel up to the engine. After you do that maybe 2 or 3 times, go ahead and turn the key on, start it up, let it run for about 30-40 seconds, and then come back down and just double check for any fuel leaks here with the vehicle running. If you have any fuel leaks, it's probably because you didn't seat the lines properly and you want to go ahead and address that. But otherwise, if everything is clean, dry, and the car is running, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.